Hey guys, and welcome back for more sort of Convallaria. In today's video, I want to talk about the exchange shop, the different ones we have with the different currencies we can get through different content in the game. In fact, there are many things that you should try to take first, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about that in the comment below at the end of the video. I'm curious to have your advice as well. Some of the items you have inside are way better than the others. Just my personal opinion one more time. So first of all, I'm gonna talk about the insignia shop. You have these currencies that you can obtain in the Tower of Conquest, and in fact you get a lot weekly if you push the content. For now I am stuck on the 8.5 on the season number 3. On the previous one I was able to clear the 9.5, but then I was running out of time and so I couldn't complete it before the end. It's taking a lot of time, and if you don't have the right strategy directly at the beginning, then it's gonna burn your time, and that's what happened to me. And so now I have to complete all the stages number 8 one more time to reach the floor 9 and finish the Tower of Conquest on the stage 10. The more you push the Tower of Conquest at the beginning, the higher the rewards you are gonna have weekly, and you get a lot of insignia and luxite in here, and that's why I recommend to try as fast as possible to push as high as you can in that tower. I'm gonna make some guides on the last stages. On that one, for example, I think I'm gonna make a video talking about all the stages in detail, from the floor number 8 to the floor number 10, but the video is gonna be condensed. I don't want to make a 30 minutes video, so I'm gonna see what I can do about that. But in that content, you get a lot of these weekly. I can get a total of 820 without having cleared the last floor. And if I go back in the shop, first of all, the shop will refresh every 30 days. And so you should have around 3,000 of these every 30 days. And the first thing I recommend to pick is that random legendary weapon. This is one of the best way in the game to acquire some for free. And then at level 45, you will unlock that pack, another random legendary, but that time it's a gear. So I would recommend to pick these two. And then there is something really important. You can have a ton of radiant powder. You are gonna need a lot in the future to upgrade your weapons, because yes, the more you upgrade your accounts level, the more it's gonna require to upgrade your gear. And if I show that to you in a moment, I have many heroes, but if I want to purge the different contents in the game, I need to use different units, right? For my Fakel, for example, I have that one. After dealing damage with single target active attacks, gain 50% chance to inflict infection on the target. He's gonna lose some HP over time. This is a dot, really strong, and he's also gonna deal more damage to the target with dot. So I just dropped that one recently, and I want to put that on my Fakel to deal some damage. I need to do range damage on a specific stage of the Tower of Conquest, and this is why I am currently trying to build my Fakel. And so if I want to upgrade my gear, I have a lot of these, okay, but if I want to do so, look at that, from level 20 to level 30, it costs already 18,000, so I'm gonna do that because I wanted to do so. Then you need breakthrough materials. And then from 30 to 40, you need an extra 27,300. This is insane, the amount you need. And from 40 to 50, you need even more than that. Unfortunately, I can't show you directly on that gear, so I'm gonna need to farm the dungeon to have some radiant ore. In fact, I farmed a bit more the dungeon, and now I have enough breakthrough materials. And now we can see exactly what do I need to upgrade my gear from 40 to 50. You need 42,000 extra powder. This is a lot. This is a lot. So you are gonna need a lot of these in the future, because you get more materials to break through your weapons and gear in the dungeon than you get some powder. So you need to compensate the lack of powder you have in the dungeon by buying some in the exchange shop, in my opinion. So let's advance that. Level 50, and then you need another quality of radiant ore, the legendary ones, 65, and then from 50 to 60, it's gonna cost a ton of materials. And let's be honest, if we go on the crossing worlds, if you go on that dungeon, even if today I am level 40, I can farm that one, I am gonna get only maybe 2,500 after doing that attempt. So let's check that and let's continue and swap the dungeon. This is what I can get at the end, 2,300. This is not a lot, but it requires 30 stamina to spend on that dungeon to get only these. So you need to, of course, to farm that later to get a lot of powder and these materials to upgrade, to break through your gear, but it's gonna cost a ton. And so in order to get some of these, you want to go in the shop. and buy some of these. This is really important in my opinion. And then as well, you have 5 attempts to get some legendary Tarot Whispers. And of course, I'm gonna do that. The more you have, the better, because every time you're gonna try to upgrade one, the stats are gonna be different on the right. You're gonna have different rarities and other stuff like that. I'm gonna make a dedicated video around the Tarot Whispers because there are many things to say around that. But the more you have, the better, so you can optimize your heroes. So this is why I would recommend to pick all the legendary gear inside, the tarots, the weapons, the gear, and then the radiant powder, at least early game, to try to upgrade your gear and get more stats on your heroes. This is how you are gonna survive easier in different contents and in PvP as well if you want to push that content too. Then you have the memory crystal. In here, you need to convert some extra duplicates of heroes you have to get some of these, some memory crystals, and you need to spend them first to try to obtain that one, the legendary character selection. Of course, it's gonna take forever to obtain some, to obtain the 70,000, but this is the best thing to take. And then you have 3 of these and 3 of these, so I would recommend to go for these ones first before going for the others. But normally it should take a lot of time, maybe multiple months, to obtain the first one, so we don't care that much about that shop, right? Then you have the reputation. You have these and you can get some with your friend list. So in fact, just open your menu, go in here and add friends until your friend list is full. Then just gift all and claim all, and this is how you get some reputation. If I come back here, now I have a bit more. And with the reputation, I decided to go for the bone charm and the radiant powder. One more time, this is really important to have some, but you have as well some extra random legendary Tarot Whispers, so I would recommend to go for these ones, and this is what I am gonna do. There are other stuff as well, so if you don't want to farm all your gear, you can take these ones directly in that shop, but it's gonna cost a lot. So instead, I prefer going for these and trying to optimize my heroes, and this is what I'm gonna do during that video. So let's check. As you can see, I have 1 gold, 3 rainbows. If I go here, I have 2 rainbows and 4. Okay, that one is maybe good, but these, then on these ones, these stats are random too, so maybe I'm not gonna have some good ones, but this is why you need to have as many Tarot Whispers as you can to try to have the best ones and optimize your heroes later. And then on the gear section, you have 2 different kind of materials. When you dismantle some legendary gear, you will get some of these, and after dismantling some normal gear, you will have some of these. And with these, of course, you want to take some radiant powder. In my opinion, this is the best thing you can take in here, the best way to recycle your items. And for that, you just need to open your inventory, go on the gear section and break down here. So if you click on one, for example, that legendary weapon, you can see that I'm gonna get 150 of these. This is clearly not a lot, but you don't want to dismantle your legendary gear anyway, so if I dismantle some gold ones, I'm gonna have only these potions. So I'm just coming here and I want to dismantle all the rare and common ones, and I'm not gonna get a lot. I have a lot of weapons, but this is not giving to me a lot. So let's break down everything. Only the blue I have, and then I have only some yellows and legendary, but who knows, maybe they are gonna be useful somewhere someday, so I'm gonna keep them for now. And then you can also dismantle your Tarot Whispers, and this is something that I'm gonna do. This is why I want so many of these, so I can keep the best ones and break down the others. For example, I have that one, I have 2 gold stats, but I'm pretty sure that if I take some others, I'm gonna have worse than that. Here I have a bronze one and I have that gold one, so that one I'm definitely gonna dismantle it. So go to breakdown, but unfortunately it's not giving us some materials to exchange in the shop, only some of these to upgrade our Tarot Whispers in the future, but it's still pretty good. So let's break down that, and that's it. I'm gonna do that later on many tarots that I'm not planning to use. And then of course you have the normal exchange shop, and in that one, trust me, you don't want to spend anything. You want to save your luck site for specific banners with great heroes inside. This is mostly what you want to focus on, especially if you're a low spender or free to play, to have more chance to obtain the good units in the game, the meta ones, the meta units that are gonna help you to clear the different contents in the game. So here, never buy anything with your luck side, but then you can do whatever you want. It's up to you to decide what you want to do with your luck side, right? But this is just my personal advice. And then you have the packs for the spenders, but I'm not gonna talk in detail about it. Just If you want to spend in here, the best things to take are first the 3 you have at the beginning, the recommended ones, because you have first inside the legendary hero of your choice for, I think it was 30 euros, something like that. So this is the only I would recommend to take, and then the others are a bit more expensive for what it is inside. So if you are a big spender, if you don't care about what you are spending in that game, then of course you can buy everything you want. And in that case, I would maybe recommend to go for some legendary gear and weapons. This is the best value you can add to your account. Okay guys, that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. In my case, I'm gonna continue farming the dungeon to try to upgrade a bit more my gear, because I have many to upgrade and to put on my different heroes, to try to push a bit more content in the game and be more efficient in PvP. So this is my goal. Then you can farm whatever you want. Let me know in the comment below, by the way, what dungeon are you farming the most, because for now, at level 40, you don't get a ton of extra materials when you are farming the dungeons, right? So for now, I'm mostly farming the Star Trial and the Radiant Forging, which ones are, in my opinion, the best ones to farm. And of course, I'm doing that one daily to get my memory shards on heroes, and this is basically everything I'm doing. So now I'm gonna continue farming that dungeon to upgrade my gear on my Fakel and go back in the Tower of Conquest and try to finish it before the end of the week, so I can make some videos talking more in depth about that tower. Have a nice day, guys, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.